There's another story we've been talking about this morning that I think is interesting and important, and it is about the NCAA rolling back its rule that would have banned agents who had not attained a college degree. It was being called by essentially everyone the Rich Paul rule. LeBron James himself called it the Rich Paul rule, and after an avalanche of criticism, the NCAA announced yesterday that it has backed off. And we can go through all the mechanics of how it got here, but I really think that we can have a better and more significant conversation by just talking about what we think the NCAA was trying to accomplish with this. And I wanted to get you guys involved in the conversation here. But Jalen, again, I will start with you. What do you think the NCAA wanted to get done by putting this rule in place?
Initially, the NCAA wanted to accomplish stopping the next Rich Paul from happening. Somebody that didn't grow up a part of the good old boy network, somebody that took his opportunities and turned what I consider lemons into lemonade, okay? And so for him, the rule also talks about 4 players that are testing the waters. The NBA is about to start drafting those players in a couple of years when they lift the rule. Rich Paul is one of the most accomplished agents in the game. He ain't necessarily signing players testing the water.
Right.
He's signing the players that's going in the lottery. So it don't affect him. It affects someone becoming him, and that's unfortunate.
I want to hear from the football guys. Bobby, I'll start with you. What did you make of all this?
You know, as much as the NCAA gets wrong, and they get a lot wrong, believe me, I'm never going to defend them, but in this circumstance, when you look at it, the way the football rule is set up, it's similar to what they were trying to implement. They grandfathered in some of the players, but a number of years back, they put in the 4-year degree with the NFLPA, where you had to have that. Does that mean that you're smart? It means you graduated from college. Does it mean that you're honest? It means you graduated from college. Does it mean you can trust the guy? It means you graduated from college. I don't know if there's anything more to it than that. I think they were trying to find a little uniformity, but I think they were way off the mark with it.
I just think it's smart for the NCAA not to just go, oh, hey, if you've got an advantage, because going to college is a big advantage for a lot of people. And so some people don't have that opportunity presented to themselves. And so if this guy is equipped to be, or woman is equipped to become this person and be really good in this role, we've held them back in a way. And so I think this is a really good step from the NCAA. It shows that they're listening. That's important because the NCAA sometimes is stubborn, but it shows that they're listening to important people, the public, a guy like LeBron. I'll ask you this, though, because I want to take a little bit of maybe a controversial stance on it. Would Rich Paul be what he is without his relationship with LeBron? Because that is considered an advantage as well.
Well, you can say that about any agent. Would David Falk be who he was without Michael Jordan? What ends up happening is 80% of the league is really represented by like 5 people.
Yeah.
This was really about inclusion and not being comfortable with the diversity that's happening in these really powerful rooms that didn't take place before the Rich Paul rule, now the defunct part of it, was implemented.
Yeah, to your point, I mean, life in so many instances is about who you know, and you can find those people a lot of different ways. And college is one of the ways that so many of those relationships are made. So a person who doesn't have that advantage, finding another advantage, there's nothing wrong with it. I didn't like the rule in the first place. I am glad that they changed it.
But just think about it like this, and for everybody listening, most of us that go to college end up working in a field that's not what you studied.
Right.
It's not your degree. So in theory, that's not your level of quote-unquote expertise.
I have a variety of issues with all of this.
And everybody can afford college.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
And those that go to college normally get a job where they're paying back student loans their entire lives.
Yeah, look, there's obviously a lot of layers to this that go well beyond this conversation. We'll continue to have it. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.